Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Okay, guys. Today we will discuss form validations in Spring Boot MVC. The process of verifying the pattern and format of the form data is called form validation. The pattern and format of the form data is called form validations. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. The difference between form validation logic and business logic is in form validation we verify pattern and format of the data. Pattern and format of the data, like what? Age should be numeric value, name is required, address is required, address should have a minimum of 10 characters. So it is not correctness of the data, guys. It's what? We just validate the data. We try to verify the pattern and format of the data. What do you say, guys? Okay. So that is what form validation talks about, right? In form validation, we verify pattern and format of the form data, guys. Yes. Okay. Whereas in business logic, we use form data as inputs to perform calculation and to generate the results. Perform calculations and to generate the results. Is that clear, guys? Okay. Examples for form validations, guys. Examples for form validation logics. Examples for form validation logics, guys. Yeah. Okay. Name is required. Address should have minimum of 10 characters. Next, age must be numeric value and should be there in the range of 1 through 100 and etc. Examples for business logics. Examples for business logics. Examples for business logics. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Given name is already registered or not. Given name is already registered or not. Okay, next. Credit card number. Credit card number is valid or not. Okay, guys. Next. For the given address, product delivery is possible or not. Product delivery is possible or not. Product delivery is possible or not, guys. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Examples for business logic. Nice, guys. Okay, form validations in Spring Boot MVC, guys. Are you comfortable, guys? Come on. Okay. Now listen. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I try to use the form data directly in the business logic without doing validations. What happens, guys? What happens? My business logic make you wrong results, invalid results. Okay, registered email ID without checking at the rate symbol is there or not, dot symbol is there or not there. What happens? What happens, guys? Okay, two types of form validation. Okay, wrong data will be stored in the database, no doubt in that. Two types of form validations. Number one, client-side form validations. Number two, server-side form validations. Client-side form validations. Number two, server-side form validations. Shall we get into the details, guys? Number one, client-side form validations. Number two, server-side form validation. This form validation logic executes in the browser by going to browser along with the HTML code. Along with the HTML code. Generally written in JavaScript. Generally written in JavaScript. Okay, guys. Server-side form validations, guys. These form validation logics. Form validation logics are written in Java code. Okay, Java code in controller or service class before using form data in business logic. Okay, guys. The best practice for form validations is the best practice for come on, guys. Best practice for Kripal Singh. If you don't know, keep quiet. Okay, na? Better to write in domain class. Did you dream that? Muddy fellow. The best practice for form validations is write both client side and server side form validation, but enable server side form validation only when client side form validations are not done. Not done. Okay. I hope you got the clarity, guys. Write both client side and server side form validation. Sir, why client side form validations not done? Are you using browser settings, using some worms? There is a possibility of what? Disabling JavaScript execution, right? Disabling JavaScript execution. So whenever client-side validations are not done, then only you think about going for server-side form validations. Then only you seriously, literally think about going for server-side form validation. I hope you convinced, my dear. This is the best practice, guys. The best practice for form validations is write both client side and server side form validations. Enable server side form validations only when client side form validations are not done. Different approaches of approaches of form validations implementation in Spring Boot MVC application. Implementation in Spring Boot MVC application. Using programmatic approach. Programmatic approach using annotation driven approach. Annotation driven approach. Okay, guys. We can enable server side form validation server side form validations only when client side form validations are not done. Validations are not done. Okay. So everyone says annotations is best, boss, but I feel programmatic is best. Okay. Right. We cannot servers here. Server side form validations will always be applied. What, guys? Will always be applied irrespective of irrespective of the client side form validations are performed or not. Irrespective of the client side form validations are performed or not. Everyone got the clarity, guys? Super means super. Okay, guys. Kripal Singh, wait, Babu. Wait. Again, you are back to bad attitude. Earlier you have shown this attitude. I scolded you. Few days you controlled. Again, you're back to bad attitude, boss. Control. Basically, you know little bit. And in that one, you confuse yourself and you try to put lots of messages in the chat box without waiting for the content to come. Waste. Okay. Using programmatic approach, not that much recommended. Not that much recommended. Yes, we have some techniques, guys, to check whether client side form validations are done or not done. We can send a flag. Client side validations are done, not done. We can send a flag, guys. Definitely we can send a flag, guys. No doubt we can send a flag. It's purely possible we can send a flag. Let it be, guys. Shall we go for this one, guys? Yeah, this annotation driven approach, we add annotations where We seriously add annotations where in entity classes, guys, model classes, which are also called domain classes, BO classes, whatever it is. Okay. Here we take separate validator class. Validator class for validations. Validations. Here we add validation annotations. Validation annotations in the entity or model class, guys. Validation annotations in the entity or model class. Okay, guys. These validation annotations are given by Hibernate people, guys. Hibernate validation annotations. Right. Okay, first we'll see programmatic approach, guys. Okay. Procedure to apply programmatic form validations. Programmatic form validations on Spring Boot MVC mini project. Spring Boot MVC mini project. Step number 1. Okay. Add. Okay. Prepare separate properties file having form validation error. Form validation error messages. Yeah, we cannot think about adding in what regular one, guys. Okay. Copy paste. Rosin9. Okay. Code operations anyhow happening. Here I am talking about what, guys? Form validation. Only for 2 things we have a forms, guys. One is for add operation, one is for edit operation. Okay, na? Yeah. In both cases, in add we don't give a employee number because that will be generated dynamically. In edit, we don't have option to modify what employee number. We cannot touch employee number. So we have to validate remaining 3 fields only. What are those, guys? Employee name, job, salary, right? Now, yeah, can we assume some annotation? Employee name is required. Employee name is required. Employee name is required. Employee name is required. Designation is required. Okay, guys. Designation is required. I think in EMP table, guys, designation is having tables, guys. Here is my EMP. What is the size, guys? Columns. Employee name 10 bytes only. Check it out. And job also 9 bytes. Did you notice that? So we have to take lengths accordingly or not. Okay. Right, boss. So nine only. Okay. Minimum 9 characters. Max of 9 characters. One is what? Max of 10 characters, guys. Name max of 10 character. This one, this one. Salary, guys, must be there. Must be numeric value. Must be numeric value. Must be there in the range of what? 1 to 10 lakh. 10 lakhs max. Not more than 10 lakh, guys. 10 lakhs max, but not more than 10 lakhs. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Here is my web app. Here is my pages. Oh, these many things because I have to save me even update once. Properties, guys. Project settings, guys. Okay. Tell me. Form validations, guys. Project number is how much, guys? 9. Array Sunday response is very poor, Babu. 100 people have missed the class. 100, not 102. Nearly 150 people have missed the class. Should I take classes on Sundays? You only demanded to keep early in the morning. Okay, see guys. See guys. Weekdays, you may miss 1 or 2 sessions. Sometimes, not every week, sometimes, because I'm working for multiple things. I put my leg in multiple areas. Weekends, I will be free, boss. So let me put my focus on your batches on weekends. Okay, please don't miss the weekend classes. Got it? Because as I said, I'm consultant for 1-2 companies. I have my own startup. Okay. And I'm also conducting classes for you people. So weekends 1-2 time because of scheduling issues, you may miss 1 class or 2 class. So when I conduct classes on weekends, which I don't have other works, okay, please cooperate to come and attend class on Sundays. In future, I may take long sessions also. Right. Fine. No option at all. Fine, boss. Let's come back. Prepare separate properties file having form validation error messages. So now I'll take separate properties file here, guys. Nice, boss. Where is that? Okay, I'll take a separate properties file. I don't want to mix with the application.properties, guys. Okay, package com.nt.validations. com.nt.validations, guys. Right click new, new other file. Validation.properties. What dot properties, guys? Validation.properties. Now tell me here. Form validations. Form validation error messages. Right. I can take my choice key, guys. My choice key. Yeah. Tell me. EMP dot required dot. Okay. EMP dot required. EMP name dot required, guys. EMP name dot required. Any message. My choice. Keys are not fixed, guys. Employee name is required. Okay, emp name dot max length. Employee name can have max of 10 characters. Yes, guys. EMP designation dot required. Employee designation is required, guys. Employee designation dot max length. Employee designation can have max of 9 characters. Right, guys. Next, employee sal anyhow. Okay, sal is required, guys. Employee salary is required. Employee sal dot numeric. Employee salary must be a numeric value. Must be a numeric value. Next, guys. EMP sal dot range. Employee salary must be in 1 to 10 lakh. 1 to 10 lakh range, guys. One to 10 lakh range, guys. One to 10 lakh range, guys. Getting my point, my dear? EMP sal dot range. Employee salary must be in the range in 1 to 10 lakh range, guys. These are my form validation errors, guys. Everyone got the clarity, my dear? Come on. Okay, boss. Tell me here. What is the package, guys? Validation dot properties. Validation dot properties. In what package? com.nt dot validations package. Nice, boss. Say paste, done. Step number 2, guys. Yeah. Now configure. Yeah, we can do this one in Spring also. Spring possible. Spring MVC also possible. Configure this properties file. Configure this properties file using @property source. Remember, if you want to configure additional properties file, we have to use @property source annotation or not. Remember that? Okay, better to configure in the root main class, guys, so that it can be used throughout all packages, right? Okay, actually you can configure anywhere, guys. It's not like that. Fine. Okay, @property source, guys. Okay, @property source. Here, what is this? Value. Value is equal to. Tell me, what is that? Com slash nt slash validations slash validation dot properties. Okay, boss. Done. Okay. I'm giving all the steps one by one, guys. Done. Step number 3. Yeah. Tell me what is the next one, guys? Step 1, step 2. Develop you can apply in service class anywhere you can use. There's a class level annotation anywhere you can use. It is visible throughout the project. But right, it's better to place in configuration class so that it can be used for all the classes. So visibility will come automatically. Now tell me, guys, develop validator class. What class, guys? Develop validator class. Okay, implementing Spring APIs. Spring APIs validator interface. Implementing Spring APIs validator interface. Validator interface and provide form validation logic by overriding validate method. By overriding validate method, guys. By overriding validate method, boss. Okay. Right, boss. You are worried about this class, huh? You can change, boss. Not a problem. These class names are not changed. You are worried about that. You can change it. Not a issue. Because same class names are copied now, boss. See, don't look at the project by name. Look at this class name is passed here or not passed. That's it. No, no, don't confuse because this nowhere related to project name, right? Hmm. Okay, fine. Let it be, guys. I have to develop one validation class implementing Spring APIs. This one. Now listen. Yeah, in serializer also, I think same thing should reflect. Huh? Okay, project. Fine, boss. Now let's go for validations package. Yeah. Mm. Class, guys. It is related to employee operations. Employee validator. Employee validator interface. Validator interface. Yeah, validator interface. Yeah, it gives two methods to implement, guys. One is class supports method. Are very simple, Rababu. Before first supports method executes, if this method returns true, then only validate method executes. Then only valid. I have to just check whether whether this class is representing expected entity class or not. Expected entity class or not. Class dot is assignable from. Class dot is assignable from. Come on. Class dot is assignable from. Class dot is assignable from. Class dot is assignable from. What is our model class name, guys? Employee dot class, guys. Class dot is assignable from employee dot class. Is that clear, guys? Are you understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Is that clear or not? Array, expected entity class is coming or not coming. If coming, returns true. If true, validate method execute. If false, validate method will not execute. Sir, validate method is having yeah, for every model class, we have to develop separate validator class now, boss. So you have to check whether correct model class is coming as the argument of supports method or not. Okay, guys. Now listen. Listen. Object to target errors. This errors is the place where validation error messages can be stored by collecting from property file. And this represent command class object. I mean to say this represents model class object where form data is visible. Where form data is visible, guys. Come on. Right. Okay. Checks whether we are passing correct command class or not. Correct command class or not. Checks whether we are passing correct command class or not, guys. I mean, so here command means I mean to say model class or not. Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. Typecasting, guys. employee EMP is equal to employee target. Okay, form validation logics, guys. Form validation logics. Tell me, if EMP dot get ename, if EMP dot get ename equals ignore case, not equal ignore case. EMP dot get ename double equal to null, or EMP dot get ename dot length double equal to 0, or EMP dot tell me guys, get ename. Okay guys, get ename. What is that guys? Equals empty string. Equals empty string. Double equal to null. Get ename dot length double equal to 0. Get ename dot equals empty string, guys. Come on. Okay. Tell me what is there? What is there in that? Oh, no. First of all, I have to check what, guys, required rule, na. First of all, I have to check for required rule, my dear. Tell me, guys. First required rule, if they are there, first required rule, my dear, errors dot reject value. There are not there. Reject value. Maheshwar Barik, it is R only, Ra Babu. Any of those conditions satisfied, then I should say employee number is not there, right? Okay, field for which property, guys? Ename property. Next, for which property? What is the error code, guys? Error code is which message from the property file should be used? EMP name dot required. EMP name dot required. EMP name dot required, guys. Are you understanding my statement? Double equal to null, length is 0, or equals empty string, EMP name dot required, guys. Else if, what is that? Else if EMP dot get ename dot length less than 10, dot length less than 10. Okay, no, greater than or greater than 10, at a max of 10 characters now, boss. Errors dot reject value, EMP name dot max length. Super, guys. EMP name dot max length, guys. Are you comfortable, my dear? Okay. Form validation logic. This is for what rule, guys? Required rule. This is for what rule, guys? Max length rule. One is for required rule, one is for max length rule, guys. One is for required rule, one is for max length rule. Yeah, this is for e-name. Required rule, e-name. Max length rule, e-name. Copy this, paste. Tell me. Required rule. What is that? Required rule, Java. Required rule. For what? Job. Tell me here. Get job. Next. Get job. Next. Get job. Okay, what is the property name, guys? Job, guys. What is the field? EMP job dot required. Are keys are my choice, ra babu. EMP designation dot required. Here is job. EMP designation dot required, guys. Max length rule. Year 9 only, guys. Year 9 only. Max length rule, job was. Next. Required rule for salary, guys. Sal means salary. EMP dot get sal double equal to null. Get sal dot length. Oh, I think okay. Oh, it should be what? Numeric value, na? First rule is required. Required means it should not be null. Array for numeric values, length will not be there, equals will not be there. Null. Okay, then what is this? Sal, EMP sal dot required. EMP sal dot required. Then next one, what guys? Must be numeric value. Array, how to check whether it is numeric value or not? Tell me. Can you help me? Can you help me? Come on. Line number 33. Here max length should be there. You are right. Okay, guys. Yeah, here also. EMP dot get job. Right now, boss? I think all are done. Null. Okay, fine. If it is empty string, fine. I'm going for it. Next one is what, guys? I should check whether it is numeric value or not. How to check whether it is having numeric value or not, guys? Array, that I need not to check like this. Listen carefully. I need not to check here. Type conversion errors are different, guys. I will put like a type conversion error. Come on. I'll put like a type conversion error. Wait for some time. You will get that error. Okay. Get sal. Okay. Get sal. What is that? Get sal less than 1 or EMP dot get sal greater than 10 lakh. Greater than 10 lakh. Tell me here, property sal, guys. Employee sal dot range. Okay. Now listen, I'm removing one message here, numeric. Why? Because I'm going to handle in a different things. Now instance of there's a regular different story. I'm going to handle I will handle, but not immediately. I will handle in a different angle. I will handle it in a different angle. Okay. So here also I will remove this. Okay. Now listen, my dear, I will tell. It won't come to validate method before only exception will come. Suppose I typed salary ABCD. What is the property type? Listen, what is the property type in model class? Double type. Can you store ABCD in double property? No. So we have to print that message, type conversion message. We cannot put validation message, right? You are thinking that ABCD will come and store into sal property. We will not store Ra Babu first of all. That's why we cannot do that, right? Okay. We have to handle in a different angle. I will talk that. There are type conversion errors. I will come to that. Okay. Ranjan, Ranjan, form data is string, but who writes form data into properties? Who writes form data into properties? Nagasiva, HTML tag itself validating at what place? Client side. Right now, what I am doing? Server side, dirty fellow. That's why study advanced Java properly. Right now, I am writing server side form validations of waste fellows. Now, HTML itself validating now, sir. Okay. Fine, boss. Conversion itself gives error. It won't come to sal property when you type alphabets. That's why I'm not writing that one. I will handle that in a different angle. Conversion errors are different. I will put those things in a different angle. So I think everyone comfortable, guys. Everyone comfortable. Errors is one map collection, guys, which stores form validation error messages, which seriously stores form validation error messages by collecting error messages from properties file. Okay, by collecting error messages from properties file. Okay, now can I paste this? Employee validator.java. Employee validator.java. Yeah, here to read messages from properties file, we don't need separate dollar symbol. Everything will be taken care by reject value method. You don't worry about it. You don't worry about it. Yeah. One important thing is implements validator. Another important thing is validate method and this reject value method. Okay. Reject value, reject value, reject value, reject value. And these keys, guys. Key in the properties file. No. In the properties file. Not here. Keys and values are programmer choice. Your keys and values are programmer choice. Your keys and values are programmer choice. Okay, if more than one entity class is there, what to do? Every entity class operate validator class. For every entity class, that's a common sense, Mr. Suresh. Please use common sense before putting your question. I have taken employee validator, na? Other validator. Other validator will come into picture. Okay, guys. So, yeah, listen, guys. Right. No, you can use this. We can use this validator for multiple things if common things are there. But generally, it is recommended to write. It is recommended to write. Recommended to write. Separate validator class for every entity class. Are you understanding my statement? Why is why every entity class will have a different properties now, boss. So separate validator class for every entity class, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah, the errors object basically looks like this, guys. The errors object basically looks like this. This is my properties file, guys. Validation dot properties. Okay, guys. EMP name dot required. EMP name, employee name is required. Employee name is required, guys. What is, guys? Employee name is required. Nice, boss. Now tell me here, what is this? Tell me here, what is this, guys? Arey Dhananjay, if support method returns false, validate method will not execute, right? Dirty fellow, muddy fellow. Where are you listening, boss, so far? Huh? Where are you listening? Where is your brain? How many times I have written that statement? I explained that one. If support method returns false, validate method will not execute. Focus, Ranayana. Focus. Joining late, asking without listening the concept, asking as a great question is not a good thing. Okay. What is this? Errors object. How innocently is asking, sir, if support method returns false, what happens? Then what we have explained so far, same thing, na? If support method returns false, validate will not have execute because you have passed wrong class. Right. Errors object, guys. What is the key? Key is field name. Key is field name. Value is employee name is required. It won't maintain what is that? Employee name is required. Like this, it will collect the messages from properties file and it will add to it. It will add to it. Done, boss. Add to it. Employee name is required, guys. Implements validator. Employee dot class. Here is my validate method. Done, boss. Okay. Since Dhananjay has made me to write, I will write here. Okay. If the supports method returns method returns false. If the support method returns false, then validate method will not be executed. Otherwise, will be executed. Otherwise, will be executed. Otherwise, will be executed. Fine, guys. I think you got the clarity, and there is a small hierarchy that I should explain, guys. Okay, look at the hierarchy of this errors object, guys. Everyone, please come back. F3. Errors is an interface now, boss. Look at implementation classes, guys. Open implementation. Open implementation. Binding result is one sub interface now, boss. Come on. Okay, bind exception is the class implementing binding result interface or not. Errors. Okay, these many classes are implementing, leave it. Okay, binding result is the sub interface and bind exception is the class that is implementing binding result. So these are the three things that are very important for me. Extends exception, implements what? Binding result. Okay. Okay. Go to this place. Open implementation, guys. Binding result. Binding result extends the errors, guys. Extends the errors. Fine, boss. Tell me here, what is this? What is the order of? What is the order of execution? Errors, boss. org.springframework.validation. org.springframework.validation. Errors. org.springframework.validation. This is errors. Next. org.springframework.binding result. org.springframework. What is this? Validation dot binding results. Binding result. Next, bind exception, guys. Okay. Bind exception. org.springframework.validation.bind exception. What is this, guys? Bind exception. Class interface. Okay, guys. Array, we are thinking that we are storing in errors object, but technically it is storing in what? Bind exception object only. Got it, guys? Directly, indirectly, it is storing in one of the implementation class object only. Got the clarity, guys? Okay. Tell me, guys, interface reference variable can refer one of its implementation class object or not? Definitely it can. Yeah. What's the relationship? Extends. What's the relationship? Implements. Relationship is what? Extends. What is the relationship, guys? Implements. I hope you got the clarity, guys. Right. Here is the extents, here is the implements, boss. Here is the extents, here is the implements. This is my errors object, guys. Employee name is required. Here is my e-name. Here is my employee name is required. Employee name dot required. Employee name is required, guys. Cool, guys. Got the clarity, boss? Got the clarity, boss? Come on. Fine. Let's go for validator class is ready now, boss. Fine, boss. Next, where is the next step? Step number 4. Step number 4. Inject employee validator class. Employee validator class object to controller class and call supports and validate method. Validate methods. Okay. In post mapping handler methods related to add employee, comma, edit employee operations. Add employee, comma, edit employee operations. Understanding my statement, guys? Add employee, comma, edit employee operations. Add employee, comma, edit employee operation. Yes, boss. Okay, now listen. Go to controller class. Here is my controller class. First thing I should do is inject this. Private, tell me, employee validator. Otherwise, we'll write EMP validator. @auto-add. Cool. @auto-add. Listen, guys, this is form post mapping method add. Here I am calling service method. Before calling service method only, I should validate form data or not? Definitely, I should validate form data, right? Okay, now listen. Whenever you want to enable form validations, guys, you need to take one extra parameter, that is errors you can take or binding result also you can take. Binding result errors. Same. Same hierarchy interface now, boss. Same hierarchy interface, right now, boss? Okay, now listen carefully. If validator dot supports, if EMP validator dot supports, tell me, what should I write here? Employee dot class. Okay, employee dot class. Now, if you don't want to pass like this, you can pass like this. emp.get class. Anyhow, command object, sorry, model object is there, na, that one. If that is true, then what? Validator dot emp validator dot validate emp validator dot validate. Okay, emp comma errors. emp validator dot validate emp comma errors. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. emp validator dot validate emp comma errors, boss. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me, guys? Come on. Are you understanding my statement, boss? Right. Okay. At the end, now listen. If errors dot has errors, or if errors dot as errors, if errors are there, errors dot as errors, or if form validation errors are there, Babu, return. I want to show the same form page. What is the same form page, guys? Employee underscore register. I think you got my thought, guys. If errors are there, display the same form page. If errors are not there, anyhow, service class, all this stuff. Come on. So we are activating validations or not? Okay. To perform form validation. As errors mean, Chandan, without knowing as errors method only, you completed collection. Muddy, dirty fellow. Has more elements, has element. You have never studied. This method returns true if error messages are there. If this method returns false, if no error messages are there. All validation error messages we are storing in errors object, na boss. Okay, this errors object will be empty. This errors object will be empty. The method name itself meaning is there, na boss. If errors object is empty, okay, it returns false. If errors object is true, not empty, then it returns true. When true, again we are trying to display the same form page. Got it, my dear? And should I do same thing in what? Modify method also, na boss? Come to this, my dear. Here also, in modification also. In modification also, we have to do the same thing, boss. Here also, okay. Binding result. Errors. Binding result errors. I hope you got the clarity, my dear. Remaining all are same or not. But this time what? Employee underscore edit, guys. Employee. Okay. Employee underscore edit. Remaining everything is same, boss. Right, guys? Okay. This is my controller class code, guys. I'll give complete code. And wherever we need, we can do modifications. In controller class. In controller class. Point to be highlighted, guys. This one I should highlight. Point to be highlighted. This one I should highlight. Point to be highlighted. This one we should highlight. That's it, guys. Are you getting my point there, guys? Understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Yes. Few more steps are there. I will give them when we meet in next class. Okay, still steps are going on. I think so far comfortable na, boss? So whenever form validation errors are there, the post mapping method should have extra parameter. What is that? Binding result. Binding result. Right now I'm doing only server side form validation. For this I will add client side form validation, but again I will enable server side validation. This one, Narasimha Prasad, run the application means still steps are not completed. Dirty fellow, muddy fellow. You are attending classes without having this much common sense, huh? Bah, bah. Still steps are not over. Still 1-2 steps are there to do, but time is not there. That's why I'm stopping the class. Fine, I'll share the notes. Tomorrow we'll complete the application. Wow, why are you behaving item people in today's class? Run the application. And if all steps are completed, definitely I will run the application. Nah? Fine. Okay. Right, boss. Thank you. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow evening.